Hi, my name's Pharaoh, and today I'm going to revisit my tip for the day videos. And today's tip is a very, very simple tip. In fact, for those of you that do a lot of building, there's nothing really new here. It's just information about how the colouring system actually works. When I was making my last video, which was colouring controversy in No Man's Sky, I was mindful that the colouring isn't actually that easy. It's a slightly unintuitive process. And then, since I made the video, I've been involved in 2 or 3 different discussions where people are saying, well, they're never really sure how colouring works, or they get a bit confused with colouring. So I thought I'd make a very, very basic video showing how colouring works. So let's get to that. So let's really zoom in on the HUD. Along the top of the menu, we have cycle part, build, colours, rotate, etc. And where it says colours, there's nothing beside the paintbrush. And if I was to place a part, this is just the default wall colour. If I go into select mode and select the colour button, I can recolor. And now the paintbrush has that little symbol next to it. If I go here, it doesn't, because that one's already that colour. We go to that one. See, there's 2 slightly blue colours. And if we select colour there, it will paint it. But if we go over one that's already got that colour, it goes away, and the expected behavior in that case is that it will go back to the colour menu, and it does. And now that one would go to the colour menu, this one would paint the part. If we were to place a new part with a different colour, and then we wanted to, say, change this middle row to that colour, we could just copy that, so we know we're placing things in that colour. And then we can come over here and we can paint it those colours. So as I touched on in my colouring controversies video, some parts do take colour and others don't. So for instance, these timber floors, if we select the colour, let's do the teal and oak. If we then select, you can see this is behaving normally, in that we know it's already that colour. So if we select it again, it won't change. If we go here, and it's suggesting that we can recolor it. So let's try that. And nothing changed. Same here, nothing changed. Same here, nothing changed. Same here, nothing changed. And that's because these parts, these timber flooring parts, use tertiary colours. The tertiary colour, basically what I mean, the third set of colours, i.e. not part of these 2 colours. And to be honest, I'm using tertiary quite vaguely to mean any colours that are on this pattern, including the metal, etc., that are not part of those 2 colours that we can select. So we can't recolor these, but it acts like we can. I mean, I can recolor it, it just doesn't actually make any difference to the visible effect of the floor. It's different with these. The stone can be recolored, and this acts just like the wall was. And then lastly, it is possible to use, say, the structural adornments, which have a more vivid color set. And then because we've just placed that, we don't actually have to place it, but because we've just placed that colour, if we were then to go back to timber, select timber flooring, that colour stays there till we change the colours. So whatever colour we choose from this menu, as long as we select the part rather than copying, it will change the colour of the floors, although as you can see, not necessarily in a predictable manner. And it's also worth noting that at the moment these colours seem to be in flux behind the scenes, because there's been a couple of experimental builds where these colours have been a little bit different. So we will see in the long term exactly what colours we can get. But either way, I'm sure we'll still be able to select different parts, go to the menu and get some kind of different colour.